Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the week. This is take number 3. Mercury retrograde be damned. Here we are. Take number 3. Here we are. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. If you're brand new, welcome. What is this reading? It is a reading that I usually do on a Monday or a Tuesday. It's taken a little bit longer this week, and I'm glad you're here regardless. Thank you so much for showing up. So if you're brand new, welcome. And if you're someone who always clicks here, thank you. We are going to go all the way from Aries to Pisces in this reading. I'm going to read a few minutes on each sign, and I'm going to mark everything down below, so you can just scroll this video to find what you need. But please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. I ask you all the time. Natal charts are free everywhere, so if you're only watching for your sun sign, you don't really have a whole lot of information. Thank you for clicking here. I appreciate you. All right, I think that's all the blah blahs. Let's get down to it. Let's start with Aries. Aries, walk us in, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up for the next 7 days for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? And look, whenever you find this reading, it is always going to be for the next 7 days, regardless of when it comes out and when you find it, because I do one of these each week. All right, Aries, what's coming up this week for you? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, okay, the Chariot. Things are about to speed up for you, Aries. Let's find out why. We do have you in a very balanced energy. The different colored hands here as we see them, that is the energy of having the feminine and the masculine energy balanced. And when you do, it is time to move forward here. Tell me what else is coming up for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So interesting. Things that have been moving very slow for you, Aries, are about to pick up. You are headed out to some sort of a victory of some kind, and you may reach that victory by the full moon. Now, for some of you, you may have made a promise to yourself, possibly, that things were going to move forward, and it feels like for some of you that energy is coming up in the full moon. I'm not really aware when the next full moon is. I feel like it might be January the 6th, but I'm not sure. I'll take a look at that. If you know, please tell me in the comments, and I'll pin it for everyone else to see. That would be great. So I feel like you are moving forward to some sort of completion or a crescendo. Only you have the key to do this, it looks like. And it feels like you have been approaching this particular crescendo for a while, because the Knight of Stars is here, the Knight of Pentacles. This deck is called the Wandering Moon Tarot, and the stars are Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands, so you are taking inspired action. You are stepping forward, and you're not taking no for an answer. Well, this feels like some sort of momentum building. And when I say crescendo, of course, it's a musical term, and it's like when you listen to music and everything comes to a peak and then it stops. Like the crescendo is what happens before you reach the end of the song, right? We've got the Seven of Wands, and we have a few more cards here. What have we got here? We've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Four of Cups here. So there is some sort of stability coming here. I feel like Aries, with you showing up here as the King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, we've got the Seven of Wands. It feels like you have made up your mind about something, I want to say. The Seven of Wands tells me you're not taking no for an answer. You've made up your mind. You are moving forward, possibly toward this full moon energy, or possibly you will be encouraged by the full moon energy to move forward to something that you are going to be closing down, because the full moons are about endings of cycles, endings of chapters. We are purging things from our life that we don't really need. So it feels like you're determined to do this. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Four of Wands, the Four of Cups. So it feels like you're about to attack something that's been stagnant for a while. That's what it feels like. You have something to say about the Four of Wands, and you've been hanging out in the Four of Cups energy. So this is the place I feel that the Four of Cups has a really important place in our lives, and that is the place where we are not really giving our energy out, not really taking anyone's energy in, but being with ourselves. Now, if you stay here too long, it can end up being stagnant, of course, but it feels like you have something to say about the Four of Wands. So it feels like for some of you that you you may be taking on the Queen of Swords energy, which means you are going to be liberating yourself from the Four of Wands, which could be a home life. It could be a home. Possibly you're waiting and thinking that you want to sell a home. But for some others of you, you are speaking on the Four of Wands, which tells me you're going to be very honest with someone about what you expect from this home life. So moving in together, having an engagement, something like that, you're going to be very honest with someone about where you stand right now. I feel like you've been thinking about this for a while. Tell me about what's happening for Aries over this next full moon, please. Tell me about the next full moon and what energy is Aries racing toward, because the Chariot's here, right? The fastest energy in the tarot deck is the Chariot here. We've got the Eight of Swords, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So trying to get some stability with someone or something through giving them reciprocity. We do have the Eight of Swords here, and I want to say that you've been stuck here or obsessively thinking about what it is that you want to accomplish on the full moon. It feels like you've already made the decision with the Chariot and the King of Wands present. You've already made the decision that you're going to do it. It's just waiting for the right time to do it, and I feel like it feels like you're closing something out, or you just need to have some sort of a resolution to something that you have been stuck in your mind about here. It's about time to give reciprocity to someone that you wish to create balance with. 6 and 2 is 8. 8 Pentacles is knowing the self. It's also self-reliance. It's building yourself. It's self-mastery. So it feels like what's going to get you out of the Eight of Swords is the self-mastery bit of it here. You're feeling confident enough to pull forward and make some sort of close some sort of an energetic door or make some sort of a decision. Tell me what the King of Wands is doing here, because it feels like up until this moment things are moving really slowly. You're being very strategic. You're making sure that everything is perfect. You're moving slow enough towards this that you know that once you do execute whatever plan you have in the full moon, that you are ready to do it. You're not taking no for an answer. Tell me about the King of Wands, please. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So you've been waiting. You've been waiting, and while you've been waiting, you've been deciding which path you want to take, where you want to throw your seeds of intention, my friend. We do have the Six of Wands, and I feel like you do have others around you that are cheering you on. I feel like this is a time of victory because we do have the Chariot and the Six of Wands. It feels like you've come from sort of a dark place or a hard time, and you've collected a lot of burdens along the way, but people are cheering you on nonetheless to do the thing that is best for you. We have the Empress here, very abundant energy, being very connected to the universe, being in very balanced energy, very loving, kind energy. It's Venusian energy, Taurus and Libra, right? Both Venusian signs. So I feel like what you want to do is move toward the Empress. It feels like, well, you could be the Empress. Take it as it resonates, right? Feminine or masculine, you could be the Empress. That is Taurus and Libra energy. So you're more likely the King of Wands, which is underneath here. And for those of you who are the King of Wands, I feel like you are moving toward an Empress. And it feels like your intention is to close some sort of a cycle or end some sort of a chapter. This Queen of Wands now with the Empress here takes on a different meaning, and that is, I feel like you feel you're going to be met with resistance as you speak with the Empress about the Four of Wands. And that might be why you are in the Four of Moons at this time. Tell me why you're not taking no for an answer. Because you've decided something over the last new moon. You decided that you are going to push forward and get a result out of something because you don't want to settle. The Eight of Cups is here. You don't want to settle for anything. You want to make sure that where you are is where you want to be. We do have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So we have you this week. Maybe you're not going forward. Maybe you're not really saying anything. But I think this week is the week that you make the decision that you would like to go forward, because we're talking about full moon energy, which I think, if I'm correct or not, tell me, the 6th of January, I think, is the full moon. And it is going to be different, of course, probably on the 5th if you are in the Southern Hemisphere. But I feel like there is something that you've got to say, but you're not ready to say it. You don't want to be left in a place where you're settling for something that you don't want, because I feel like this is like an energy that you don't want to repeat. With the new moon and the full moon present, you don't want to repeat some sort of energy. So I think that you want to have a conversation with the Empress, but to be honest, I feel like the Empress is going to be very honest with you because the Queen of Swords is here. And I feel like you're planning on being honest with that Queen or that Empress as well. All right. That is your week at a glance, Aries. It sounds pretty interesting. Taurus, here you are, my bull gang. I am your Taurus sister bully. I am a Taurus sun. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so much. Let's take a look at Taurus and moon rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. What's coming up for this sneak peek for this week, for the next 7 days? For Taurus, sun, moon rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me what is up for Taurus, please. Tell me what we need to know about Taurus. We have the Page of Wands. We have some sort of messenger here. Tell me more about this messenger, please, for Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Look below this video. You'll see the link that says more. If you're interested in a private read, please click that link, and it will take you to Wizio. And we have the Two of Cups. What is going on here? We have the Nine of Wands, Taurus, but it's in the reverse. Look, if you're going to have the Nine of Wands, I feel like it should be in the reverse. It feels like you're more energized. You have more energy to deal with something. It's like you're letting the universe know that from here forward, you're going to drop these burdens here. We have the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is in the hand of the Page. So it feels like you have decided that you're no longer carrying something that has been really heavy for you. The Nine of Wands being in the reverse says, I have new vitality. I have new energy. I'm no longer exhausted. I'm no longer feeling like I need to carry these burdens and move along with all this heavy weight on my back. So we have the Page of Wands, which tells me there is some sort of a message coming, Taurus, in terms of romantic love. That's what it feels like. You are going to have to make some sort of a decision when this message comes in here. Tell me more about Taurus, please, for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Taurus and moon rising, Venus, Jupiter. We have the Queen of Swords, who also showed up coincidentally in the Aries reading. So if you haven't looked at it yet and you're dealing with it, someone who has an Aries placement, you might want to look there, because it felt like a dual energy as I was reading it for Aries. It felt like maybe they were ready to be honest, and so were you. The Empress also did show up in Taurus, or in the Aries reading. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords, who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we have the Strength card that is Leo, holding back something that somebody's been holding back, something that they've wanted to say for a while. And the thing is I feel like you've been holding it back because up till now, it feels like you were in the Nine of Wands in the upright, which was exhausted. I don't have the energy to deal with this. I feel like I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to have that one last wand to come in and whack me in the back of the head. I feel like I'm not ready to deal with it. But you know what? I think you're ready to deal with it now. With that Nine of Wands in reverse, it feels like you're ready to deal with it now. It feels like you had for a very long time been holding back something that you wanted to say. And it wasn't that you couldn't say it, it's that you didn't, which is really very impressive, Taurus. It's that you could have said anything that you wanted. You could have chased that person. You could have sent them a written letter. You could have sent them a text. It feels like you could have said whatever you wanted to say and carried on, but you did not. You held it back. You had the strength to hold back whatever it is that the Queen of Swords here was ready to say, being very honest and truthful, right? Someone who's finally speaking up for themselves, themselves, I think you're going to get the chance, because I feel that someone else has also been holding back from you. And what they've been holding back is that they have a lot of feelings for you. It feels like there's love here, and there is some fast moving energy here, which was also not the Eight of Wands in the Aries reading. But, and I only say that because I know that Aries and Taurus have a, you know, they're kind of like following each other around the zodiac, it seems. So the Eight of Wands here is telling me that things are either about to speed up, come to life, that there may be some communication coming, which you already know because the Page of Wands is here. I feel like that the energy that's incoming, Taurus, is good news. It's not someone you don't want to hear from. I feel like it's someone that you've wanted to say something to for a very long time, but you've been holding back. Tell me what you wanted to say to this person that you've been holding back, Taurus. Oof. Whatever it is going to cause a tower, my friend. So what you want to do with your sword is, I feel like you want to say the truth and you want the illusion to crumble. And the illusion might have been in the silence that you were holding here while you were holding back. We have the Lovers in reverse and the Queen of Cups. So I want to say that with the Lovers in reverse, it tells me that maybe someone didn't choose you, or that you didn't have a choice to make. It wasn't your choice to make. The Tower comes in to pull down the illusion, to, you know, things. It's a shock or a change. It's something that's going to be uncomfortable for you to endure. Or because we're in the past position, this may have already happened. It may have been something that was uncomfortable for you to endure. Maybe you did say something, and the two of, sorry, not the two, but the choice, the Lovers, ends up in the reverse. It ends up, the illusion falls down, and the Queen of Cups is here. It has to do with feelings. So Taurus, in the past, you may have spoken up about your feelings, and it just didn't work out in the way that you thought it would. I feel like you, since then, have been very quiet with this individual, that you haven't really said anything. Tell me about the Two of Cups here, because I really feel like, coming into the future energy here, that someone is also holding back their feelings. Tell me what's going on here. It could be a Leo. It could be a Libra, a Gemini, Aquarius, a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, a Gemini, or we do have Scorpio energy with the Tower here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Devil, and we have the the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So there is, I do believe that after speaking up here, things just move into a place of dead silence. That's what it feels like. And it feels like it's something that's like an obsessive silence, I want to say. This is changing up, though. We do have the Page of Pentacles here. And I want to say with the Two Pentacles, something starts to move again after being stuck for a long time. And I think that the reason that it was stuck was because of the Devil energy. It's like the Devil energy comes in and says, you can't do that. It gives you doubt. It gives you fear. It's like an attachment you can't get rid of, and you wished you could, but you can't. You're obsessively thinking about the Page of Pentacles, but things are not moving here. So it feels like somebody here decided that they were just going to pull back, and not say anything to you. Tell me why the Eight of Wands is here. Taurus, something that ended is about to begin again. I feel like with the World card here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, we've got Sagittarius and Pisces energy. Look, I'm just going to bring to your attention that we have quite a few major arcanas here. And so when that happens, when a lot of them come into your reading, Taurus, there's going to be a lot of change. So you can't avoid the Tower. You can't avoid this choice that, you know, somebody didn't pick you in love. You couldn't change that, right? You could only respond or react to it. The fact that somebody went silent with you or is holding back, you can only react or respond to it. And that's what's coming up here with all of this energy here. I want to say that inside you, that you've come to a place inside yourself where you're like, you know what, I'm okay with it. If if this person never called me, if this person never moved forward, I'm going to heal myself, and I'm going to do it in a way that I'm going to ask the universe first. I'm going to make some sacrifices. Make some sacrifices. I'm going to show the universe that I mean business by trying to see things from a different perspective. And it feels like you're trying to heal something from within. As I look at this energy here, Sagittarian and Pisces energy, they're both very psychic. They're both very connected to each other. It feels like you have decided to create a new world for yourself. And you did. You move forward. But as I always say, when you turn your back to the thing that you've been obsessively thinking about for a long time, that's when it comes in. So Taurus, I feel like you have given up hope or decided that after this person didn't choose you, you turned away and you're moving forward. I feel like what's coming here is that after the chapter ends here, that there is some energy that's moving this all forward now. We have the 8 of Wands, which is fast moving energy, could be communication. And I feel like it comes in a time when you're like, you don't really care about it. I think that you had been obsessing about this, but I don't think you are anymore. I feel like you are in doubt that anything is ever going to transpire from this situation. And so there we go. We leave it with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And it might be about some sort of a friendship. I want to say that while you've not been looking, someone has been working on something in the background. You can see here, somebody is working on this pentacle. These two are here. They're working on this pentacle here. So it feels like somebody's working on some sort of an offer to bring forward. And they've been thinking about it for a while. You may have thrown down your weapons here and just walked away, that you didn't want to argue anymore, and then became closed off to the situation, Taurus. I think something is coming in for you this week that you're not expecting. It is going to be a shock, and it's after a complete and total closing of a door by you. Somebody is coming back here to speak with you. I know for some of you that's not what you want to hear, but that's what the cards are saying. That's why you log in here after all, right? Not for my opinion, but for the opinion of the cards. All right, and Spirit. So here we go. Let's talk about Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, please don't forget that my readings begin at $40. Look below this video. Click on more. You'll see a link that'll take you over to Wizio if you're interested in doing that for the new year to figure out what's going on. If you need some insight, I'm there for you. Here we go. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Gemini, please. Gemini. What is coming up for Gemini? Ooh, okay. Throwing cards at me, are you? We've got the Fool. Gemini, we are in the new year, and there you are in all your glory. Look, you're going to make some decisions to do something different, have a new beginning. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse here. Tell me more about Gemini. The 8 of Swords. Interesting. So as you take this leap of faith, you're unsure. There is a leap of faith that you're taking here, Gemini, that you're not quite sure about. You're thinking obsessively about this new beginning, about the Fool. It's a clean slate, right? This is the new year. It's a clean slate. You're trying to make decisions about what to do next. I'm going to say with the Knight of Wands in the reverse here in the past, it tells me that that you've made some sort of a decision, that you don't want to act erratically in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. You don't want to act erratically. You need to have more stability, and I feel like this is a new day for you. It feels like you're ready to settle or settle down. The Knight of Wands, of course, is a lot of excitement when it comes in with the right combination of cards, but I feel like your gut, we've got the High Priestess here. It feels like your gut is telling you not to screw up this new beginning. And what I mean is the new beginning is for you. I don't care if it's with a person, with a friend, I don't care what the dynamic is, but it's about you, right? The Fool. And having a new beginning. And the Fool is 0 because it's nothing and it's everything. It's all the possibilities. And it can be nothing if you decide not to take the leap of faith. It is totally up to you. So the Fool is here. The universe is finding a way for you to have some sort of a new beginning, and it could indicate that there is a new beginning here with the new year, but it feels like you're tangled in the mind, I want to say. The 8 of Swords is here. There's something here that you're thinking about sort of on a loop or obsessively. Oh, look, the High Priestess comes out here. It feels like you're having an attack of conscience, that you're very quiet or not telling anybody about your plans, that you're moving at them really slowly, that you're deciding that you're not going to be impulsive or erratic anymore, that you're really checking within to see if this is the right thing for you. We have the Death card and we have the Emperor. Look, Gemini, you've been showing up as the Emperor in your readings for a little bit with me now, especially in the sneak peeks. Can't remember of the individual reads that I do for you, but Gemini, you've been showing up as the Emperor, which tells me that you're doing a lot of work on yourself, that you've become the authority in something, whether that be your own life or maybe you have a business. It feels like you're getting energy from the moon. You could be an Aries moon. We have the Emperor here, and I want to say that it's you. Yeah, this is about you. It's about you in this new beginning. The Death card is here because I feel like what's going to happen here is you are going to stop overthinking. You're going to get out of your head finally, and you're going to move forward with a new beginning here. We have the ending and we have a new beginning here. We have Pisces energy, we have Aries, we have Scorpio energy here as well. You are using your gut. Just dropped a card, hang on. The Chariot is here. So I feel that once you get out of this place in your head here, that there is a new exciting beginning that is here. A new exciting beginning. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And I feel with 8 and 1, that's 9. It's a bit of worry, but at least you're out of the obsessive thinking, being stuck in the mind, right? We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. It feels like you're unsure, there's no clarity, or you don't really know what to do next. It feels like you're getting in the Chariot. You're going with your gut is what I think you're doing here with the High Priestess, is you're going with your gut. We have the Chariot and the Ace of Wands, which tells me that you are about to embark on something that's brand new, very exciting, something that fills your heart with passion. And that makes sense because Aries is here. You might have an Aries placement here or a fire placement. And really when the Emperor is here, so are all the kings. Right? We do have this very balanced energy here. The Ace of Swords being in the reverse tells me that you don't know what you're going to say when you get there, but you're going to some sort of destination that you've gotten out of your head. The Chariot is here. We are moving forward very fast to some sort of a victory here that seems to be very exciting for you, but you don't know what you're going to say when you get there. You're just going with your gut. Tell me what the High Priestess is telling you. Because I feel like this Emperor and the High Priestess together here tells me that either this is a connection between two people or you're remaining silent and going at it with your gut energy. You don't know what you're going to say until you get there. What have we got here? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Lovers. And we have the Four of Cups. All right, so we go from silence and stagnancy to moving forward very carefully. That's what it looks like here. Moving forward very carefully. Don't rush it. The Emperor might, the Emperor is not someone who can risk it all for the Empire, right? There's a lot of people in the Empire, and the kings and queens reporting to the Emperor. This is the person with the last word, the person who makes the biggest decision for everyone, that's best for everyone involved, and the person who is the authority, who's very sure of themselves stepping forward when the Emperor is in the upright, but can also be conquering and expect or feel entitled, right? A little bit. But it looks like the Emperor is looking back at the Knight of Pentacles with a reminder of I need to move slowly and I need to move within my mystical realm. I need to be sure that I'm okay in my gut with whatever is about to happen here. It feels like there is a decision that you're making about love, possibly. The Lovers shows up here. This is a deep connection, and I feel like it's in the past, and the Emperor is looking into the past, thinking, this deep connection, I cannot shake it. It's been here for years. The Emperor, and I feel that Emperor is you, is that there's a feeling in your gut telling you that there is something that you need to take care of here. You can no longer sit on your laurels and decide that it's all going to resolve itself. And I say sit on your laurels because the Four of Cups tells me that there is some sort of a stagnancy here, but you've been trying to shake this feeling and it will not go because the High Priestess is here. Tell me about what is transforming for the Emperor, please. What is transforming for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. We have the Moon. So the Moon energy is Pisces and Cancer. Again, is your psychic energy. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Undecided about whether you should send some sort of a message here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The reason that you're thinking about sending a message to someone, one, if they are from the past, which I think that they maybe are, you can't get them out of your mind because they're thinking about you when you're thinking about them. There is a deep soul connection here that you can't shake, regardless of what's going on in your life right now. The Moon energy with the Page of Wands and the Wheel tells me that you are unsure. Things aren't as they seem. You are unsure about the result of reaching out to someone, but the universe is here telling you you've got to go. The Wheel is here. You are having a change of mind, a change of passion. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse with the Wheel. I feel like it is time for you to change your mind, change how you feel, and sort of run through that Moon energy. It feels like you really need to dig deep to figure out what it is you want to do, but you don't know what that is yet. I feel like we leave this reading this week with you feeling the transformation coming. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Things are about to move forward in a very specific and a good way for you. We've got the Six of Cups. So there is somebody here that you do have nostalgia with, who I think here is somebody who is part of the lovers. The person, it feels like there's two people. You've already picked someone, and then there's a party on the outside. This is the person that I think you're thinking of. I don't think you're very solid in whatever decision you've made about some sort of a relationship. I feel like the Empress is the other person. So whatever it is that's going on here, we've got the King of Cups in the reverse. You're feeling overly emotional about it. Six of Swords in the reverse. You're feeling stuck. I feel like this week is the week that you make the decision about what you want to do, because the Fool is here. It is up to you. The universe is saying, look, I'm opening the way for you to do whatever it is that you want to do, but you're the one that needs to take the step forward. But first, you have to be fierce, and you need to be able to go through that Moon energy, which can be a little intimidating in itself, because the Emperor only goes in when they know they're going to win. They cannot afford to risk the Empire for anything, not love, not anything. So you need to be very sure before you move forward. And the Moon is giving you some doubt. You don't see things clearly. You can't see things for what they really are. All right. Whew. There's lots of energetic reads. Holy smokes. Okay, so here we go with Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. Click on More. You'll find everything you need to follow me over to Wizio to get a reading. It's the only place where you can book me. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for this week. It's coming up for the next 7 days for Cancer, please. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Nope, sorry, it's in the upright. Seven of Swords in the upright. And we have the Four of Swords. Sorry, Four of Wands. Gosh. Okay. It seems to me, Cancer, that there is something that you've been dreaming about that you want to make reality. And there is the Four of Swords here. It feels like you've come to this conclusion through a lot of healing. So possibly you're spending time by yourself, maybe not really connecting to others. The healing is here with the star energy here. This is Aquarius energy. It feels like you have healed yourself into a place of having hope. And I think your hope is to make something in the dream state a reality, which is the Four of Wands. It feels like you are ready to either settle down, get into a relationship possibly, maybe take something to the next level. Let's talk about Cancer, please. Give me more energy for Cancer. We have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So there is a conversation here. Possibly something that is speeding up, or there is communication that you want to send, or maybe communication that is received. I feel like it's communication you want to send because of the Five of Wands, which tells me that you are the one that is in indecision at this time. You're wondering if there is competition in love for this Four of Wands. You could be dealing with someone who is fire, water, possibly. We do have 8 cups. The 7 of cups tells me it's like the dream state or something that you've been dreaming about that you want to make reality with the 4 of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups, which is attached to the 4 of Wands. It feels like a loving home or a loving, stable, exciting, fun relationship. That's what it looks like here. And the 8 of Wands is telling me that this here dream state is about to become reality. You've been holding back possibly with some indecision because you think that there is competition for this 4 of Wands here. We do have the Sun on the bottom of the deck with the Magician. Look, there's nothing that is going to go wrong here. It feels like it is... You're wondering if what you're seeing is the truth. It feels like you are worried about manipulation, but I don't think you need to worry about that because we do have the Sun here, and the Sun is stability, happiness, it's growth, it's clarity. I feel like you can move forward confidently with the Ace of Cups. This is the Magician who has all the aces in hand. The person who is the captain of the ship can do whatever they want because they have everything working in their favor. So I think that there is something here with the Ace of Cups that has to do with the 4 of Wands. And I also believe that you are wanting to move forward, make communication or contact here, but it feels like you don't want to settle. So I feel like you've been trying to heal the self. Tell me why the 4 of Swords is here, please. I feel like after the healing is when you, send some sort of a message here. We have the 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on to something, but also not saying much. You're keeping it under the surface here. It's under the radar. You're closed down or shut off. You're not feeling very vulnerable. And we have the Judgment card here. Sorry, not Judgment, but Justice. We have Justice. It feels like you feel you're not going to get any justice. You've been hanging here in the Hanged Man energy for a while, trying to listen to your gut, trying to figure out what the best path is to justice. How am I going to get justice if I'm not saying a word? If I'm shut off or shut down? All I'm doing is holding on to memories. And memories, I think, is what you're experiencing while you're in the Hanged Man energy. You're trying to listen to your gut. It feels like you do want stability. This person, of course, is, you can see their legs are in the position of the 4, which is the 4 of Wands. And I feel like this is what you're thinking about, trying to find a way to get some sort of balance and stability before you decide to open your mouth. Eight of Wands here tells me that there's about to be messages going back and forth between you and someone else. Who is Cancer messaging, please? Why are you holding back? The 5 of Wands is here. We have the Magician. You are manifesting someone. We have the Page of Pentacles. You could be wanting to speak to a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Someone who makes you feel stable. They are grounded. They're dependable. Someone who's making their own money. They're fiscally responsible and financially well off. We have the 6 of Wands here, which tells me you want victory after a hard or dark time. Maybe it was in this healing energy with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, possibly in Aries. I want to say that you've been manifesting this person. For some of you, you've been manifesting better results with your income. I think you're going to get it. We go from the 4 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. If that is what is coming in for some of you, it could be money. It could be money related. It could be a message that is coming into you or messages going back and forth that is going to affect your financial wealth. and it is going to grow your financial wealth. Tell me about the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, please. Something that you are trying to bring into the 3D world here. It's going to require some sort of communication, and I think it's going to be a surprise. You might have an apology, but it feels like it could be a new conversation. It's something you've never spoken about before, about the Ten of Cups. Excuse me. So I want to say it's something that you finally opened your heart to, but you do have a lot of questions. The King of Swords is here, which tells me that for some of you, possibly there has been a situation that has transpired that requires a legal professional to help you through it. But for others of you, it feels like you're the one who's making the decision. So you are the final word, whether you're a legal professional or not. You're the person who has the final word. We have the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. And that tells me that you're going to express your emotions to someone, that you have feelings for them. And I think it's going to surprise them that you are speaking up and being honest about what you're feeling. It feels like you want some sort of a new beginning here that you feel is going to turn into love, which is going to turn into the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. It feels like with this apology, I want to say, with this clarity and with this offer that it looks like you're going to give somebody, I feel like it works out in your favor here because the Ten of Cups is present. It goes from the Page of Cups to the Ten of Cups. This person is also in love with you. Yeah, it's time to invest, my friend. So I feel like this week is the week, Cancer, that you are going to possibly reach out to someone and speak about the things that are on your heart. Be very honest, and I think you're going to surprise someone with an apology about whatever has been going on between you two that has been silent. All right, here we go, Leo. This is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is a sneak peek for your week, Leo. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Look in the description below, click on the word more, and you will find what you need to get yourself a private reading over at Wizio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up in the next 7 days for Leo, please. What's coming up in the next 7 days for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Leo, please. What is coming up for Leo? Ooh, okay, there's a messenger here. Tell me about this messenger. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Knight. Oh, sorry, not the Knight, but the Chariot. This particular depiction to me says, hurry up and wait. So it feels to me like you go back and forth with trying to make a decision about what you're going to do next. And I feel like the decision you come to is that you need some type of victory. It's time for you to step forward, to move quickly. Tell me more. We have the Two of Pentacles. It feels like you know that that sending a message is going to make your life very busy. And I feel like your life is already very busy. So it feels like there is some sort of a messenger who is, I feel like you have some good news to share. And you want to share it with somebody. And I feel like your life is barely in balance, I want to say. And when I say barely in balance, it doesn't mean that there is a need for something. It means that everything that you have, whatever it is that you have in the pentacle world, children, home, mortgage, work, maybe more than one job. I see that sometimes with the Two of Pentacles, that you know that if you are going to communicate with somebody here and give them some sort of good news, is that your life is going to actually get a lot busier than the Two of Pentacles. It's about to pick up here. We have the Moon. This is you trying to make the decision about what I should do. I really want to do it, but do I have the energy to do it? Do I have the room in my pentacle world to send this message and make good on the good news that I'm giving here? Exciting news. We have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. We have the Moon, which is Cancer and Pisces. We have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. Now, with the Moon and the Chariot, it sounds to me like, it feels to me like you have not shared your feelings with someone on the surface. I feel like you might be contacting someone who you have a passionate interest in. It also feels like there is probably some very deep connection to this person spiritually or in the soul, like it's a soul connection. And it feels very scary to you. This may be something that you've never encountered before, Leo. A soul connection, maybe something that you weren't open to before or that you didn't pay attention to before. But with Temperance here, you can't ignore it. Because when the major arcanas, 21 of them in the tarot, show up in your life, you don't really have a choice. These things are coming at you and you need to learn how to respond or react. But it isn't something that you're going to be able to control. It's coming at you anyway. And I feel like it's almost like you're in the dark, like things are, you're feeling like a child in the dark. You know what? At some point, some of us, not all of us, but some of us are scared of the dark. And so we spend a lot of time with the covers over our head. And it feels like with Temperance, you can no longer avoid what's in the dark. The Page of Wands is, of course, very brave. And it feels like you are stepping out of a comfort zone, for sure, this week. The Temperance is here, telling me that there is some healing, balance, but it is a moment of alchemy where you have to make a decision about what you want to do. But I don't know that you know what you want to do because the moon is here and things are not as they seem. So here we are this week with you being stuck in your head. You've got yourself in some sort of a mental prison and trying to it's like your back is to us, right? Like your back is to us. We can't see this person's face. And I want to say that your back is to Temperance. Your back is to the moon. And I feel like you're trying to ignore it. You know you have to make some sort of a decision because 8 and 2 is 10 and we don't see the 2 of Swords here. So you have to make some sort of decision that you are ignoring. You've got your back to, but it's got you up in your head here, Leo. Tell me about the 8 of Swords, please. What is Leo ignoring? You're ignoring that there needs to be some sort of a connection with somebody here. We've now got the Page of Cups. You're really looking over something very closely here. It's like something you're keeping safe in your heart. You're not really telling anybody about it, but you're looking it over very closely, which has got you in the 8 of Swords. I feel like you want to open your heart. You want to have a new beginning. You want to have a new person, but I feel like the 8 of Swords isn't allowing it right now. We have the 4 of Swords. There's more healing that's needed here, my friend. You're spending a lot of time by yourself, possibly, not really, speaking to anybody, not really reaching out to anybody because you're stuck in your head about what to do next, the Page of Pentacles. So the moment of alchemy here, the alchemist here is trying to give you the energy. The universe is saying, look, if you want it, it's here. But it's just that you're going to have a lot coming at you at once and you're going to have to juggle a lot. It feels like that you want to materialize something in the 3D, but you need to get out of your head first to do that. I feel like you want to move forward here, but it feels like you might be charging through in the dark. Tell me about the moon and the Page of Wands, please. We've got the Ace of Swords. So there is some sort of a eureka moment that you have here, an idea, a big idea, or some clarity here. We have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Cups here. So I want to say that you've been holding back or that you're not ready to move forward. You've been waiting to speak with the Queen of Cups. This person could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But the Queen of Cups is someone who's very compassionate, loving and kind, doting, very psychic. This is someone who might be a mother, and I feel like you want to reach out to this person. The Queen of Cups, we're not reading body parts here. It could be masculine or feminine energy. Take it all as it resonates for you. From your perspective, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me that you really do need to pick a path. The Seven of Pentacles is about having a fistful of those seeds and casting them wherever you want to go, but you need to have a plan first before you can cast the seeds of intention. It feels like you're waiting for more growth, that you feel like you need to grow a little more before you are approaching the Queen of Cups. I'm just going to be honest and say that we do have pages and queens. So there might be either you have a couple of children or they do, or there might be a mismatch of vibrational energy here that maybe you haven't had as many lessons in love as the Queen has. The Page of Cups can also indicate that you're ready for new love or ready to crack open your heart here. Tell me what the Temperance here is telling Leo. To go for it. That's what the moment of alchemy, it's telling you to go for it here. To do it quickly, to move forward whenever passion strikes you to do so. We have the Devil and we have the Hierophant. I think you're learning some sort of a lesson about toxicity and how toxic it is to not give stability in any situation, whether it's work or a relationship or children or home, whatever it is. I feel like you've learned some sort of lesson about codependency. I feel like you've learned the lesson of not being able to let go or thinking obsessively about something. It feels like there is a lesson to be learned here. We've got Taurus, Capricorn energy. We've got the Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords. It feels like you want to be really honest with someone. You've been really sad since an ending with someone here, since something came to a complete and total end. We have the King of Pentacles. We could be talking about someone who's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it feels like a door has been closed. And I feel like you have regrets about the past. It feels like you do want to speak to someone because you've learned a lesson about addiction, toxicity, obsession, doubt, whatever it is. It feels like you've learned this lesson, and so now it's allowed you to move quickly or move forward here. I feel like you have learned the lesson that without stability, you don't have anything. If you don't show up for your job every day, you're going to lose it. If you don't show up for your relationship every day, you're going to lose it. Really, the Knight of Wands is telling you move quickly at what you want, but be very honest, be very completely honest about what is coming up in the future. The Queen is looking into the future, right? Trying to get a good idea here of what's going on. So I think that you're supposed to move forward if you feel like you should intuitively move forward. The Hierophant will tell you that if you're listening to the higher self. But I really do feel like you've learned some sort of a lesson here, and that you're about to go forward with some sort of a message, even though you're unsure of what is going to happen as you move forward here. So you're taking some sort of a risk with that Knight of Wands here. It seems like you're taking some sort of a risk, but it feels like you've learned a lesson. And so you're not being risky, but you're taking some sort of a risk to move forward quickly. All right. Here we are, Virgo. This is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. The sneak peek for the rest of this week. For actually the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the week. Tell me about Virgo, please. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below. You will find a link that says more. If you click there, it's going to give you all the information you need to book a private reading if that's what you'd like to do in the new year. Okay, what's this about? We've got the Queen of Wands. What's going on with the Queen of Wands, Virgo? Feels like there is there's a confident new path here that you're going to be taking. Feels like you've learned some lessons here. We've got the Four of Cups. Tell me more. Tells me you've had growth here, Virgo. Judgment. You're about to go get what you want. I think I like that. Virgo, you're about to go get what you want here. We've got Judgment here, which is to me Virgo and Piscean energy. You're looking within the self. Should I do this? Should I try again? Or should I make this really big decision to go get what it is that I want? I think we start this reading with you coming in from either yesterday or before that. The Four of Cups tells me that you're contemplating something. The reason that you're quiet here by yourself is because you're contemplating something. We have 2 cups together, 1 glass of wine, and 1 on the shelf. You are ignoring this opportunity. And I feel like you've realized that there is an opportunity, and that possibly you see 2 cups in your future. Should we celebrate? That's what it feels like. Chariot is here. Temperance and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. You're not ready to talk, but the universe is saying it's time to go. Temperance is about the moment of alchemy. It is alchemy. Everything in this moment is right for you to move forward with the Chariot. But the Chariot is Cancer energy. Maybe your feelings are still under the surface here. Tell me more about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I think we're seeing the Queen of Wands as your energy here, because I think that you are... I think that you feel like you could miss out on something, that you've waited too long, or you could miss out on something if you don't move forward and make this decision here, this really big decision, which, by the way, is going to change your life. You are no longer going to be on the same energetic path that you were on before. Once you make this decision as the Queen of Wands to go get what you want, and to maybe to everyone else's dismay, but the Queen of Wands is not listening to anybody. The Queen of Wands is confident enough to know what he or she wants and is moving forward toward that thing. Tell me more about Virgo, please. We have the 5 of Cups. So yeah, there is a bit of regret that possibly you've waited too long to say something or do something or take action here, because you are in the 8 of Swords trying to figure it out in your mind, being stuck there, right? This is a place where you put yourself, feeling like your hands are tied, that you couldn't make this decision. And we have Temperance, which was on the bottom of the deck before. So we have the 6 of Wands. You will have victory. Something that you're headed towards, you will have victory in that, but you need to be the one to get up and take this inspired action. The Queen of Wands is someone who's not going to let anyone tell them what to do. This is a person who colors outside the lines, very confident, because they've gone through so many things. They've survived all the things that came to kill them, but only made them stronger. And this is where you're at right now. I feel that you're no longer scared of getting hurt, because what is getting hurt? All it is healing, and you are the expert in healing, right? Because with the Queen of Wands present here tells me that you've gone through a really dark time, and it's time for your victory. So we have Sagittarius energy here, Virgo, I was going to say victory, Virgo and Pisces energy here. And it seems like, and Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It seems like there is something that you want to make a decision about here. Tell me about the Judgment. Why is the Judgment here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Justice. We have Libra energy. So you're making a decision. We've got the 8 of Wands in the reverse even. We have the Knight of Wands and the World card on the bottom of the deck. It feels like something has slowed down or has ground to a halt. And I think that's why you need to make this big decision, because it's the only thing that's going to give you balance. It feels like you need some sort of karmic justice. You have questions that need to be answered, and you're ready to get out of the gate. I'm just seeing my guide Charlie is showing me a thoroughbred that is kind of jumping up and down and around behind the gate at the races. My grandpa used to take me to the races all the time, and you can see their breath because it's a little bit cool out, and you can see that the perspiration is coming. Like, it feels like it's a real buildup of energy here that's about to explode. That's what it feels like, but you're holding it back. I don't think you're going to be able to hold it back for much longer. I think you've been holding back from it for long enough. And it's about this thoroughbred here is about to leave the gates. I feel like you spent enough time in silence or not moving or not taking any steps forward or putting any energy into whatever this is. But it feels like there is something here that you must do, and it feels like you're ready. You're ready to experience whatever that is. Tell me what your regrets are of the past here. You've regretted that you have not reached out to someone here, that you've not taken action. We've got the Page of Swords. Interesting. You've learned something here. You've learned that the Two of Wands is here. So I want to say that you had been waiting for someone to connect with you or message you, and it just didn't happen. The Page of Wands is here with the Two of Wands. That's 3. You were waiting. You were waiting for someone to communicate with you. All the while, I feel like you've been watching somebody here, possibly online in the neighborhood. It's not creepy. I feel like it's coming to the moment of alchemy. And the reason that you've been watching or stalking this person online instead of speaking with them is because you're ready for some sort of adventure. You need to make a decision about what it is you're going to do next, right? This passionate decision. Queen of Wands energy, feminine or masculine, is yours. And I feel like with Sagittarius here, it's telling me it's the moment of alchemy. You got to get out of your head if you want whatever it is that's here, this decision that's going to change your life here, to get yourself some karmic balance, learn a lesson here. Feels like you think you're never going to get what you deserve. But the truth always comes out, and that's what the Justice is all about. The truth always comes out, Virgo. Tell me about Temperance. We've got the Devil. Got the Queen of Cups. Sorry, the Knight of Cups, not the Queen. And we have the Three of Cups. And so it is the moment of alchemy here. You need to make a decision, a really big decision. And I think that the big decision is that you need to stop feeling held back by the devil energy. You have to stop allowing this devil energy to overpower you. I know it seems like it's really big energy that is like overarching. It feels like fear, like you don't know if you can move forward. It feels like doubt. I think you have a fear of love, a fear of romance. But I don't think you're going to be able to stand by and watch it anymore. I think you must get involved because the moment of alchemy is here, or the alchemist. We have the Three of Cups, and it tells me that there's time. It's time for a reunion, an emotional reunion with somebody here. Who's the emotional reunion with, please? It's after an ending. Could be with a Leo. Could be with an Aquarius, but it feels like you do have hope after holding back, after this thing has died or ended, that there must be conversation. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. So I feel like you are going to be sending a message, open some really clear, concise information or a path of speaking with somebody here in the next 7 days, or at least you're thinking about it, which can also be the Ace of Swords, having an epiphany or aha moment or a moment of triumph and clarity that you need to open a new communication with somebody here so we can talk about it, whatever that is, between you and another. All right. Libra, this is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra for the next 7 days for Libra. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Look at the description below. Click on more. You'll have all the information that you need to book a private read. Tell me about Libra. This week's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for the week, please, for Libra. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Why is that? We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Cups. Look, it's a lot of confidence here. It feels to me like you have everything that you need in your pentacle world, Libra. Everything seems to be working out financially well for you. The Nine of Pentacles tells me that you've built yourself up to here. It's like it began with an idea or a feeling of, I need to plant this pentacle. I need to materialize something in the 3D. And I think that you have, and I think it's made you very happy. Or if you're not happy yet, it's about to come. The Ten of Cups is about the ultimate happiness, right? You probably saw it on the door when you arrived here. Ten of Cups tarot, right? It's the absolute epitome or happiness. It's the absolute apex of happiness here, emotional happiness. And so I feel now that you have worked your way up to the 9 pentacles. We go from the page to the 9. So it's your idea. You found an opportunity, or an opportunity found you. And if it hasn't happened yet, this could be this week where this opportunity finds you. And it's a really good opportunity. It's going to hit you kind of emotionally. I feel like you're feeling good, confident, taking care of the self, taking care of the pentacle world, spending time alone. It feels like you are single at this time. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Look, stuff is about to get crazy good for you. This is a good year for you, Libra. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. What is going to change is your pentacle world. You are about to hit the big time, or whatever it is that you do. I always equate you with being very creative, and not only balanced, but very creative. And it feels like you are something that you have decided that you're going to allow other people to peek into your world, it feels like. The Page of Pentacles is something that you have created, that you are creating in the 3D world. So whether that is a new musical piece, or that you are painting something, or maybe you're a writer, but we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Please don't let this idea go. Please don't let it go. Because something is about to change in your favor here. Your pentacles are about to hit the big time. The 10 of Cups is coming. You're not only going to have 10 pentacles, but you're having the 10 of Cups, and it's all because of the wheel. And that's pretty freaking amazing. And you can do it on your own. You never did need anyone else to help you. And I think it's a realization that the wheel is bringing for you. The wheel is, ruling planet is Jupiter. And so I call Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, because I don't only want to know about your love, but I want to know about your abundance. And here it is. It is a lot of changes that will be taking place now. And you're going to have to keep up with the changes, because they're here to move super quick. It's almost like you've been waiting back here for a while, and now you've got to take a leap, a quantum leap of some sort into the next timeline. There's the 10 of Pentacles. We call it out and it shows up, right? There it is. It's all the things that you want, and it's on repeat is what I want to say. So the 10 of Pentacles is the end of the cycle, but it turns into the Ace of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups is the end of the cycle, but it turns into the Ace of Cups. So it's a renewal. It's a constant renewal of the abundance that makes you happy. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune does for you. Look, you're going to resist it. It feels like you're going to resist it here. Yeah, we've got 3 swords. You're scared that something's going to go wrong, that this is going to end up in disappointment or sadness. So you're resisting the Wheel of Fortune. Look, the Wheel of Fortune's not waiting for you. All of this is going to be presented to you, and that's what the major arcanas are about. When the major arcana show up like the Wheel of Fortune, it's coming at you, my friend. There's nothing you can do to stop it from coming at you, but you can block it. You can block your happiness. You can block your good fortune. You can block your 10 of Cups and your 10 of Pentacles. But it feels like there is something that you're resisting here. 10 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. You need to move on and know that you are confident. Know that you are the authority in whatever it is that you do. And it doesn't matter if everybody else is doing it. It doesn't matter if there are thousands of painters or thousands of online creators that do what you do. Be yourself, be authentic, unapologetically authentic is the King of Swords. Become the authority in whatever it is that you do that is the way that you do it. You don't have to be like everybody else. People are not looking for clones of each other. That's why I hate trends. People are not looking for other people to clone other people. They're looking for people who stick out, who are weird, people who are going to say what they think and think what they say. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, please. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There it is. I spoke about it, right? You have the ace in the hand of the page. And so it goes from the ace very quickly to the 10 of Pentacles. Very quickly to the 10 of Pentacles. The Magician is here. So you feel like there's some manipulation at play because you are the wounded warrior. You're someone who you know, Elsie, this kind of thing doesn't happen for me. It happens for everybody else and it doesn't happen for me. But I feel like that's the plight of the wounded warrior. Knowing that you're resilient, knowing that you're strong. You've been carrying around a lot for a while and you don't realize the amount of muscle, muscle memory, muscle energy. You don't realize the amount of muscle that you have learned. There are so many lessons that you have learned in the last maybe 2 or 3 years. Could even be 10 years. It feels like the last couple years for sure, that there has been so many lessons that have come at you, but you've aced them all. The Hierophant is all about learning the lesson, right? Now I understand. Now I have enlightenment and now I can teach others. So it feels like you feel that the Ace of Pentacles is a manipulation. It's like everything feels like it's going too good. It's like your Chicken Little, the sky is falling, right? And that's why you are at this Two of Swords. You don't want to get hurt again. You are blocking the blessings. Because all of this here is beautiful and wonderful, but I feel like you are in the Two of Swords here and you're blocking the blessings out of fear. Yeah, I think it is fear for sure that it's going to go wrong or that this can't be as good as it looks, Elsie, because the Magician is showing up in the reverse. I didn't do all this. It can't be me that manifested all of this. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Nine of Swords. Look, I want to say to you, Libra, that there are so many lessons that you've learned. It's all water under the bridge. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. So you're thinking about the past. You're thinking about how things ended up in the past. And I want to say to you that the past is the default. It's time for you to move forward. I feel like the Six of Cups and the Nine of Swords is telling me that you're worried that things are just going to turn out like they did in the past. And what I want to say to you is this, is that you're blocking it, but look how many lessons you've gone through here. You've gone through so much self-mastery here that it feels like this is coming to you at the right time, the absolute right time. So please don't block your blessings as they come in. It feels like you're worried that things are just going to end up like they always were. But I'm telling you, the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups don't show up together in readings very often, at least not for me. With the Wheel of Fortune and all this energy here, there's no way it's not working out for you. So please, this week, don't block your blessings. Please take them as celebration. I know that it's worrisome for you. We've got Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. It's like you don't believe it. You feel like you don't believe it. Something's got to go wrong. You don't believe it. But you truly are the Queen of Wands here. You truly are someone who has learned a lot of hard lessons. The Queen of Wands sits on the throne. Even though all the things that came to kill her only made her stronger, she sits on the throne in spite of it all. And that's someone who's grown in confidence. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, I feel like you've grown in confidence. I feel like you've grown in love for self. I feel like you've grown in a way, in all ways except how you think. It's time to change your mind. This week is the week that you're going to change your mind and go for it, because everything is coming up, Libra. Yup. All right. Let's look at you, Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Your sneak peek for this week. Beautiful psychics. Sneak peek for this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It feels like there's something that you've been working on, something that you've been keeping silent, something that is about to come to the surface. What is this? Why do I have that feeling? Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Something is about to get really good for you. That's what it feels like. Something is coming to the surface. Tell me about the 10 Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. There's a bit of worry about it. The Ace of Cups. It's something that you've been worried about that I don't think you have to worry about. It feels like with the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, that there is something very abundant, that you are at the very beginning of some sort of path here where you're about to open up the heart space and show somebody that you have feelings. And it's all under the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, it feels. Like your purpose for moving forward with the open heart, and it feels like this is something that you don't do very often, or only do it when it's necessary. It's like the last line of defense. It's like when you don't have any more defenses about love. You're like, fine, if I can't beat them, join them, right? I'm just going to open my heart and move forward here. But I'm telling you, you're worried about it. You're worried that it's not going to work out the right way. You're looking too far into the future, maybe basing what's coming up in the present here, basing it on old defaults of the Nine of Swords in the past. Look, your gut is telling you, listen to your gut. I feel like you're silent about your plans. And that's what I was just saying at the very beginning, right? Something that you're not saying anything to anyone about. There is something under the surface here that feels like the Ten of Pentacles to you. Feels like a lot of money, a lot of happiness, maybe a long-term relationship, or getting married, possibly having children, having everybody in one space. It feels like your heart is beginning to open up to the possibilities that maybe the Ten of Pentacles is something that you can trust. But the High Priestess is telling me, in your gut, you know that something it has to end in order for you to listen to your psychic energy, in order for you to listen to your gut. You are the High Priestess, right? You are someone who is psychic. You are someone who gets vibrational energy. You may not say it to everybody, but it feels like this is something that you're thinking about on the inside. You're about ready to take some sort of an inspired action here. And I want to say that with the Death card and the High Priestess, I feel like the universe is saying you gotta listen. I feel like you've had a change of mind or a change of heart. Something has transformed here. A change of passion. A change of mind. It feels like it's something in your intuition that is pushing you forward here. Let's take a look a little further. For this week, sneak peek for this week for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, interesting. You don't want to settle, and it's really making you a little bit nuts. I think you're up in your head about something here. Should you throw down the swords and go? It feels like you're worried. Now, I think you're the closest you've ever been to the 10 Pentacles, I want to say, Scorpio, and it freaks you out. Because you don't want to settle. And the reason that the Eight of Cups is coming up with the Nine of Swords, because it feels like you don't want to settle and you don't want a repeat of the cycle. So my suggestion to you is to close the cycle. Close off this energy of worry, of default. I feel like the Nine of Swords is your default, that you worry yourself to death about things. It interrupts your sleep. It sort of encroaches on the thoughts of your day. It's something that you can't stop thinking about obsessively, especially when your head hits the pillow. The Eight of Cups is telling me, but if I do take the step towards the 10 Pentacles, am I settling? Am I settling just for the sake of having the 10 Pentacles? So the Five of Swords is, I feel like you're in an energy of, I need to make this decision alone. I can't really speak about it with anyone else. I need to keep it under the surface, but you're still not sure at this point here. Should I just make it easy for myself and throw down the swords and walk away? Because I feel like this is what you have fear of, the Ace of Cups. You have fear of competition, my friend. It feels like there's a long-term relationship here that is looking you in the face, Scorpio, but you're wondering, do I approach? Because I feel like there could be competition. But understand, this is the self. You're beating yourself up about this. Now, as a reader, when 1-5 shows up to me, it is lack. It's lack of thought. It's lack of planning. It's lack of... The Five of Swords is telling me that I don't even want to deal with it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to throw the swords down and walk away. When the second 5 shows up, all of this is about to change. You then make a decision based on the energy that you have, and you've decided that you've got to change something quickly. All right, what's changing? What's changing for Scorpio, please, this week? Could be the thoughts of changing it, but it definitely could be the change for some of you. And like you make some sort of a decision this week about going on some sort of new, exciting, creative path. Something, the beginning of something here. 5 and 1 wand is 6 wands, which tells me that the reason you're thinking this way is because you've been hurt so terribly in the past that you probably carry trauma about long-term relationships, whether you watched your parents break up or maybe you've had failed relationships in the past that were marriages or deeply connected, rooted in long-term relationships. Maybe you've been hurt that way. You do want the victory, but you're scared of it. So what is about to change really quickly is I feel you make a decision about going on this path. But again, you're concealing it. You're not telling anybody about it. And I think you're going to do it in secret or in silence. There we go, the free fall, my friend. Free falling, right? Tom Petty. Yep, free falling is what I'm hearing in my head. So we have the Fool, and it is everything and nothing. It's the possibility of everything, but nothing will happen if you decide not to take the leap. This person here on this particular card is falling into their emotions. They're falling into the water, and all they have with them is an amethyst, hoping for protection, hoping for clarity. You're not telling anyone that you're taking this leap. Tell me about the Ace of Cups here, please. Because I think the leap is the Ace of Cups, my friend. I think you're free falling into your emotions here. You've had a change of mind, a change of heart about something. Transformation of the heart space. Transformation of the mind. I need to go. Transformation of the mind. You've changed your mind about something that ended. This painful ending that came, you've changed your mind about it. You may have healed from it because I'm seeing that the Fool is here. You may have healed from something that has come to an end here. And it could be something that's in the past. It could be here that you're worried about, right? Yep, there's the decision, my friend. You are free falling this week, or thinking about free falling. You're keeping it under the surface. And I think the reason you're keeping it under the surface is because you don't want to be seen as making a wrong decision. So you're not telling anybody about it. You're doing something in secret. What is that? Ooh. You're making a choice in love. Something you've been hanging on for a while. You've received some sort of inspiration from the universe. You're seeing it from someone else's side here, my friend. You see someone who is possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, someone who's very solid, dependable, and someone who is going to move forward slowly with you. I think you're looking at jumping into some sort of a pond with this person. Now, that being said, it feels like you want this. For some of you, you could already be in a long-term relationship, but this is something that you want to take a free fall into. Take it as it resonates. You don't have to be single to be in this reading. It feels like there's a big decision after an ending, that you have had a change of heart after some sort of long-term relationship here that maybe you're in right now that you don't want to settle for. You're wondering if you're settling. You're worried, wondering, should I commit? Tell me about this. 4 of Swords, spending time by yourself, not really speaking with too many people. Am I healed enough to do this, or am I just settling? You've done a lot of work on the self here. We have the 8 of Pentacles. You've put a lot of hard work into your healing. And therein lies the hard part about being aware and being healed, is that now you must look at everything for what it really is. Am I settling for a relationship for money purposes? We do have the King of Swords. So it feels like you are looking at everything with clarity. You're looking at everything with clarity and knowing that you're going over all the parts of you, right? The 8 of Pentacles. And it feels like the King of Swords is very cerebral, looking at the honesty and the truth and the transparency and the facts of everything. You're looking at this very factual. And the 8 of Pentacles tells me you've put in a lot of healing put in a lot of time to heal the self. But the Eight of Cups is here saying, I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Emperor, and we have the Seven of Cups. You are bringing something from the dream state into reality here. You're showing up as the Emperor here, and it feels like there is. It's all about emotions, about deep love, about psychic self. It's about compassion. How do I wiggle out of this if I don't want it? It's a worry for you. I'm the emperor. I need an empress. I don't want a queen. So it feels like there's an energetic mismatch between you and someone that you're in a relationship with. You're the person who carries it all, the authority, the one who stands forward, the one who is conquering, the one who knows what they want and they go out to get it. And you are with a queen. And although it's good to be with a queen, I feel that you are mismatched in your energies. The Queen of Cups is someone who hasn't yet on her own learned that she must not give everything away, that she's easily becomes depleted because she doesn't know her boundaries. All she knows is how to give. She's not in charge of her psychic energy. She does have psychic realizations, but she's not in energy of keeping a cup for herself. She's not that until she becomes the Empress, because the Queen of Wands is the one that's going to teach her to be a little bit of selfish. And so I feel like you're mismatched energetically with someone here, and that it is time for you to learn a lesson here. You're being presented with some sort of a lesson. How many times do you want to relive the Nine of Wands? Being exhausted, carrying it all, because you're the emperor who's carrying everything, and you've got a Queen of Cups, and yes, beautiful and kind and compassionate and doting, but this is not an empress. This is not someone who can hold you up when you need it. You're going to be holding everything else up. So I feel like with the Page of Swords and the Nine of Wands, that you're coming to the realization that you could be repeating a cycle if you're not careful. You could be repeating a cycle that happened in the past, one that you have regrets about. Not every soulmate that we meet is the one that we're supposed to marry. Some of them are supposed to remain friends. Some of them are on our path just to teach us a lesson. So I think that's what's coming up for you this week. Take it all as it resonates, please. It's not for everybody. It is a general reading. All right. And let's take a look at Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My fire family, my Saggy sisters and brothers. I am a Sagittarius rising. I hope you are well. If you are interested in a private read, please look below in this description. Right below this video, you'll see the link that says more. If you click that, all the information is there about how to reach me for a private reading. All of my pricing is over at Wizio. All right. Here we go, Sag. What's coming up for you this week? Sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Tell me about Saggies. Tell me about Sagittarius. So I think, Sag, that Mercury is retrograding in your sign right now. Actually, it's gone direct as of the 1st, but we're still in the shadow phase, right? Tell me how that's going for you. It's not going great for me. This is the 3rd time I'm doing this reading here. I tried on Monday, on Tuesday. Keep our fingers crossed that Wednesday turns out really well. Here we go, Sag. What's coming up for you? We have 9 cups. Okay, something that is very happy. We have the 5. Oh, you go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 9 of Cups. Look, there is a big change coming for you this week. Feeling in doubt, feeling disconnected on the outside looking in. This person looks like they're specifically worried about something. It could be worried about money. For some of you, you are going to get some sort of a windfall here. Everything is abundant. Just listening. Yeah, you're going from keeping to yourself, feeling disconnected from others, to absolute happiness here. There is some sort of wish fulfillment energy. Tell me more about this. There's a big change coming up this week for you, my friend. Ooh. 7 of Swords, something you don't see coming. It's being concealed from you. The happiness is being concealed. Tell me more about this. How interesting. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. So I want to say that for some of you Sagittariuses that you've been homebound. You have been maybe trying to save money. Maybe you just don't want to spend money, trying to save money because you're feeling in a little bit of scarcity, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you aren't enough. It feels like with the Five of Pentacles present, that it feels like you were on the outside looking in of everyone else having fun. But that's about to change here. This week, I feel like you are going to get invitations. People are going to be coming forward and asking you, hey, how are you doing? Do you want to go out? It's the new year. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm trying to reconnect with more people. So I feel like there's an invitation or a happy sort of reunion coming up here. Tell me more. Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Swords, and it's worrisome. Interesting. Okay, one more card. Look, so I want to say that up until here, and maybe this has already started, but up until here, up until this week, I feel like you've been feeling on the outside looking in. I think that's about to change. Whatever you've been carrying in the mind that is heavy, whatever's been keeping you up at night or interrupting your sleep, something that you feel coming towards you, because you are quite psychic in your own right. You are the alchemist, right? You are the person who keeps everything in balance, heals everything. You're very much in tune with you and healing the self. I want to say that there is things are about to change probably this week, but you don't see the change coming. You're still engaging in this looking too far ahead, looking too far behind, looking at your defaults, hoping it doesn't happen again. And I feel like you are in this energy of the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Wands, which is dragging around all of these things that are really heavy, and you're getting exhausted. And I feel like all of that is about to change. You're about to experience some Ten of Pentacles, and it's going to start with some sort of communication. There's some positive or happy communication that's coming in regarding your abundance. Now, abundance can be love, long-term relationship, money, it can be whatever it is, but there is something that you've manifested, my friend, that is coming in this week. Wow. What? Wow. Somebody here is coming forward. We've got the Judgment and we have the Magician. And it feels to me like you have manifested some sort of really huge, amazing change that is going to come to your life this week. And it starts with some sort of communication that is happy communication. It's going to excite you. And it might be about money. You're getting good news about your abundance, whether it's family, money, long-term relationships. Something is coming to you. You don't have to do anything to receive it. We have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Queen of Swords, somebody's coming to you to be honest with you about the Eight of Cups. And it feels like it's somebody on the outside. Somebody on the outside of your life is coming in to ask you, can we please talk? It's something that makes you super happy, Sag. You want to hear from this person. You're happy to hear from this person. It's somebody who wants to make sure that they are not settling. It feels like it is somebody who's coming into your life who maybe is engaged with someone else or engaged in doing something else with other people, and they want to make sure that the Eight of Cups is the place they don't want to settle for whatever it is that they're doing. And so they're coming in to talk to you, to be very honest with you. The Queen of Swords is here to be very honest with you because they don't want to settle for something. The Queen of Cups here and the King of Swords. So the Queen and the King of Swords are here, and they are blocked in by love. Somebody is coming in to speak to you about love very honestly, very truthful, very factual. And it is about the subject of our connection that is psychic. I know I have a connection to you. I know that, it's like this person's coming in with honest and truth, but very compassionate. And I think you're willing to exchange energy with this person the same way that they are exchanging energy with you. It does feel like this person is a soulmate of sorts. When the king and the queen get together and people witness the king and the queen speaking with each other, it can seem a little harsh from the outside, but really, these two are giving each other honesty and truth and facts in a compassionate way. We're not being terrible and horrible and awful with each other. It's just that not a lot of people can handle the truth. And so it does feel like somebody here needs the truth from you. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please, for Sag. Tell me what is concealed from Sagittarius that they don't see. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So it's someone that you haven't spoken with for a while, someone who has been completely and totally quiet with you. They want to work on some sort of an exciting, creative, new beginning, a new passionate beginning. I feel like they're really passionate about bringing this connection back together again. That's the good news. But the Eight of Wands is in the reverse, which tells me that it's been quiet, completely silent. Things have not moved between you two. Somebody here is wanting to speak with you. Tell me who wants to speak with Sag, please. Somebody you had a really painful ending with. But listen, the Ten of Swords isn't always bad. I feel like and I mean, it's painful and it's awful, and don't get me wrong there, but it's also a liberation. We saw the Queen of Swords. It's also liberation, because once you go through this ending and you heal yourself, you are free. You are free from this. So I want to say that you've already, Sag, healed yourself from this situation. Yes, it comes to your mind. It keeps you up. You still think about this person. It's still a heavy thought, but you've healed yourself from the ending because it was a liberation here. And your gut is telling you, you know what, I can just leave it as it is. I can have unconditional love for somebody, and I can just leave it as it is. What you don't see is this person is coming back to talk to you. Tell me about the Three of Cups, please. We've got the Knight, sorry, not the Knight, but the Page of Swords. We have a Queen of Swords as she comes out. There's two swords. Somebody's making a decision to reach out to you. Look at that. Are you kidding me? So the King and the Queen of Swords come out. This is your soulmate. This is somebody who's had an epiphany, an idea. They've learned something about themselves. They've learned something about not wanting to be on the outside of your life looking in any longer. Why is this heavy? It's heavy because you're in love, but what's about to be revealed to you is this person feels the same as you do. The moon energy is about to reveal somebody who wants victory in the love with you. Somebody who's been through a really hard and dark time here. They've been carrying as many burdens as you have. We have the Lovers in reverse. Oh, maybe the deck's in reverse? Yeah, it was. So we have the Lovers possibly in the reverse. For some of you, they didn't pick you right away. I think for others of you, it is somebody who is a soulmate who is coming in to talk with you, and they are scared as heck. There is a big fear. This is somebody who's really attached to the nostalgia that you have. Somebody who can't stop obsessively thinking about the memories with you. Somebody who is in the Lover's energy here wanting to pick you. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be someone who makes your own money, who's on your own, and this person is very much enthralled with you, very much in love with you. They see that you love yourself, that you've been doing this by yourself, that you have become the Queen of Pentacles. You could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You don't have to, but you've become the Queen of Pentacles, solid, stable, grounded, moving slow, someone who has built something all on their own. There is some good energy or good messages coming toward you this week, Sagittarius. All right. Capricorn, happy birthday, my friends. How are you, Capricorn? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Tell me about your birthday. When is your birthday, Capricorn? And do you have a birthday month, a birthday week? Look, I know y'all kind of get screwed out of the whole birthday thing because Christmas. Those of you who are like within a week of Christmas, before or after, you kind of get screwed. So sorry about that. But I feel like you are Yeah, going to have a good month. I feel like your season is going to be good for you and be very abundant for you. Let's see what the cards are saying here. What is Spirit saying for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It is your sneak peek for this week, for the next 7 days, Capricorn. Tell me what's coming up. We have the Nine of Cups. Very interesting. So I just did a reading. Who else came up with the Nine of Cups? Oh, yeah, it was Sagittarius. If you have anything to do with the Sag, you might just want to scroll back and watch their reading here. You are at the crossroads of your life, but I want to say the path that you're about to pick is going to lead to the Nine of Cups. I don't think you can pick a bad path at this point, honestly. I feel like there is happiness, rejuvenation here. Sorry, just looking for a moment. Sometimes I look at these cards and I see things, like I've been using this deck for years, but sometimes I see things I didn't see before. And I've just now noticed that there are five candles, which are wands, that are hanging from the ceiling here. There's a mouse here. And I want to say, regardless of everything that you've been through that's been tough, because the mouse is kind of pestilence, it's disease, it's, things that are rotting out. I want to say, regardless of that, you still have the Ace of Cups in your hand. I also feel like you're not going to settle for anything less than happiness, because there's 8 cups down here and this person's holding the ace. So it feels to me like you don't want to settle for anything. And that's why you've been in a little bit of indecision, thinking that maybe there's too much competition on the path that you want to take. I want to say you've got the Ace of Cups in your hand, that everything is going to work out in your favor. And I don't think it matters which path you take. If you decide you're going to be happy, regardless of your situations that's surrounding you, you are going to be happy. Look at this. I've got the Nine of Pentacles. I want to say that there is something that you have done, something that you've been growing, that you've done all by yourself. Capricorn, you've pulled yourself out of some stagnant situation where you didn't know which way to go, and I feel like you're making a decision and it's the right decision. It feels like the decision that you make not only makes you happy, elated, but it also makes you very confident and grounded and solid. You might be deciding to embark on a business. I feel like if that's the case, you are going to see growth really quickly. We have the Lovers. Very interesting. We have the Three of Swords. It feels like you're making a decision at the crossroads here. If you go one way, it's a soulmate. If you go the other way, it's complete abundance, something that you grow on your own, by yourself. You become used to being alone and making yourself stable and competent all by yourself. But the alternative to that is heartbreak or disappointment that you didn't take the other path. But I want to say, Capricorn, that I want to say at least for the first half of this year, it's going to be about the self. It's going to be about the growth and the progress and the happiness that you can make on your own, by yourself. It never was about the Lovers. This person will never miss you, will never pass you by if it's for you. You don't have to chase what's for you. I feel like if you just continue to focus on yourself, Capricorn, that other things will be added to you, that maybe at this moment right now is not the time where you will be in some sort of a deep connected soul relationship. I want to say your happiness lies within the Nine of Pentacles, building the self from nothing. And that's you. That's you, Capricorn. I always say, you, Capricorn, you are the one who's emulating the Empress, right? You are the one who's emulating the Empress, and that's true manifestation, acting as though you already have it. And so first starts this pentacle. Yeah, look, you're supposed to be on a path right now. The path that you will pick, I feel, is one of balance, truth, learning lessons. I feel like you have come through a hard time here, because we start with the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands tells me that you want adventure, you want expansion. It's time for you. It's time for you to make a decision and this way you get the soulmate. That way you get the confidence, the money, the business, the beautiful taking care of the self. It's all about you're pouring everything into you. It's disappointing right now. I feel that you can't have this. It feels like this isn't where your life is right now. It's one of the choices you can make to have the Lovers here, but understand the Lovers is for you. It is the major arcana are coming at you, and you get to make a decision, react or respond. And I feel like the way that you respond is, I feel like I'm going to give up the choice right now to have a soulmate, and I'm going to go it alone. I'm going to go at it myself because I want to be the authority. I feel like you want to be the authority, the one who makes all the decisions, the one who is in control of their own life, the one who stands up and says, no, you can't do that because I said so. That's what it feels like here. We do have the Justice card, which tells me that there is a karmic lesson here. We're clearing karma. The truth must come out. And I think the truth for you right now is that you are the one who is the emperor. You're building an empire. And this Three of Swords here tells me that there is some disappointment that you can't have love and stability and money and a business because somebody's going to pull you off your path, my friend. You got to become the emperor, feminine or masculine. You got to be the one who steps forward and takes charge of everything. Tell me about the emperor, please. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Page of Swords. It's a realization that you are loving yourself into the Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Swords is the student, and you're learning about love. That love isn't only between two people. Love is also about loving the self. And first and foremost, by the way, unless you love yourself to the depths of which you can understand, like you're only going to call someone in on your vibration to the depths of which you understand love about you. And I feel like right now it's all about you, Capricorn, that you need to learn the love of self. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. It's about self-mastery. It's about self-mastery. You build yourself up to the Emperor here through self-mastery and learning to love you. Tell me about the Lovers, please. Yeah, I think you're going to concentrate on you, figure out what you need, and then you're going to wait. I feel like the thing is I don't think you're looking out the window. I don't think you're standing on the edge of the water waiting for the ships to come in. I feel like what you're doing is you're leaving this on the back burner and you're going to wait for it to find you. You're no longer going to chase somebody who is, chase them into being your soulmate. A lot of people do it, and that's why it crashes and burns. They pull the label off and stick it on someone's head and say, oh, you're my soulmate. And it's not the truth. I feel like when the soulmate finds you, that's when the soulmate is yours. And so it does feel like it's a bit of a disappointment right now that you're leaving it on the back burner, but I feel like when it comes to find you, that's when you'll know that it is yours. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're waiting. You're holding back here. And we have the Five of Wands because you don't know what's yours at this point. You feel like there's confusion, arguments within the self. You're not really sure. Should I move forward? Should I wait? I feel like what you decide to do is you decide to wait on love and you decide to move forward with this energy of the self and building the self. We have the Five of Swords. It's not going to be easy, Capricorn. It's not an easy thing to be self-made, to build yourself up to the Nine of Pentacles where you need nothing in your pentacle world. It's really hard to do. The Five of Swords is telling us that. But the Three of Cups is also telling us it's a beautiful, happy time that is very much full of rejoice. There is a lot of shadow work here. I feel like what you don't see is that there is, with this obsession with money, I feel like that you're obsessively building your pentacles. And I feel like you're keeping it all under wraps. I think that's what the moon energy is, that you're not telling anybody what you're doing. You're no longer reporting it to Facebook every week. You're no longer talking to people about the plan that you have for yourself. I feel like you're obsessively loving the self. I want to say that the devil is here, and the devil energy is about obsession. It's about codependency. It's about maybe a little bit of fear. But I think that with this Ace of Pentacles here, it's the last one that you need for the 10 Pentacles. So whatever's going to show up for you is going to show up for you. You're the one who's going to build up to the 10 Pentacles, and then you're going to let the other stuff show up for you. And I think that you're very committed to or very focused on you, and so you're not even going to see this crawling up behind you here. We do have the star, and that is the hope. The hope that your pentacle is going to turn into something big, and it is, because of your wisdom. You're being rewarded for being in the hermit mode, going in by yourself. You stop depending on other people, stop chasing love, stop chasing the soulmate. Now you're focused on you, and I love it. Very, very good. So let me know in the description, or in the comments. Let me know, is it a birthday month? Is it a birthday week? Are you the one who always gets overlooked at Christmas? Tell me how it's going. Happy birthday to you. All right. Let's talk about Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. And if you're cross-watching an Aquarius, thank you. If you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. Click on more. You'll see everything you need to get yourself over to Wizio if you need a private reading at the beginning of this year. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. We have the High Priestess. Oh, your gut's telling you to not say a word. Silence is an answer, Aquarius. Silence is an answer. Whatever's going on in your head, first of all, let's talk about what's going on in your head, right? Whatever's going on in your head, you don't have to have it pass through your lips. In fact, you can choose which things you want to pay attention to. You don't have to be manipulated by every thought that arrives in your mind. You can push some of them out and say, thank you for that memory, but I don't need this anymore. It feels like whatever is in your gut is something that you're not expressing. I feel like you are reserving judgment. You're not saying much. I feel like you're moving slow or not at all. And it feels like you are silent and within the self. Okay. We do have Temperance here. It is all about healing. Excuse me. I want to say it's all about healing the mind. And in order to heal the mind, you have to stop giving in to every thought that arrives in your mind. You can choose to ignore some of them. We've got the High Priestess, who is Piscean energy. We've got Temperance. Temperance is Sagittarian energy, and it is about finding a balance between getting rid of the thoughts you don't need, not saying everything that comes to your mind, and maybe staying silent about some things. Some decisions you make don't necessarily have to be shared with everyone. They can be decisions that you make inwardly, and you can carry on and move on from there. Temperance tells me that you're trying to heal the mind, right? With the Knight of Swords here. You're trying to heal the mind, or you're trying to heal the way that you think. This is the moment of alchemy. It is time. You are the alchemist, and you can do this whether you think you can or not. The universe is showing you the way with Temperance here, showing you how to balance the thoughts with the silence. We have the Two of Wands. You're making some sort of a decision, but I want to say it's undercover. I don't think that you're sharing it with people. Yeah, it's about expansion. It's about having more adventure in your life. It's about flying free. I feel like you are making a decision, an exciting decision, but quietly on the down low here. We have the Knight of Wands. We have 3 wands here. So it feels like you are waiting for something, or were waiting for something. But I feel like when you feel the most healed, the most balanced, that it's going to be time for you to take action on something here. Action on some sort of a decision that you've been trying to make. Tell me more. It's been haunting you. This is about to come to an end. I feel like the 10 swords here, the 9 of swords, and the Knight carries the Ace of Swords. That is the end of the cycle. It's the end of the cycle. I feel like you've been living in this mental construct of pain. Like it feels like you've constructed this pain, these painful memories that you continually are thinking about over and over again. Look, you can let go of those memories any time that you want to. It's going to take some time. It's going to take an intervention with you, from you. Let me explain. It's going to take an intervention of when these thoughts come. I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's just say that you've broken up with someone, or someone's broken up with you or left you on the side of the road, and it was really painful and you can't get out of your mind. I feel like when the Knight of Swords is in the reverse here, it tells me you don't have to pay attention to those thoughts that come to the mind. That you can choose to shut it off and say, thank you for the beautiful memories, dear universe, that you're giving me about this past situation, and I don't need this anymore. I'm going to shut it off. It's time to let it go. So rather than resisting, because what Eckhart Tolle tells us in the power, no, it's not the power of now, it is in A New Earth. One of the lessons that Eckhart Tolle teaches us in A New Earth is that we don't have to pay attention to every thought that comes into our minds. And that worry is just the squandering of time. And it's time for you to heal the self, heal the mind. And maybe it's time for you to step out into the world, have an adventure on your own. It's time to fly. And I feel like that is coming very soon. This ending of keeping yourself in this mental prison, I think, is going to be ending soon. Tell me what this adventure is that you're keeping under wraps. So you're holding back. You're not telling anybody. You know that you have a lot of information underneath, but you're not sharing it with anyone. We have the Hermit. Oh, you've come to some wisdom. I like it. You've come to some sort of wisdom here. Spending time, going over the details itself. What should I do? It feels like I need an adventure. Where should I go? What should I do? We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So I think at this time you are feeling a little bit depleted. And I think that's why you are not taking action right now. You're holding back on taking action at the Two of Wands with this expansion. I think you want to fly, but right now you're trying to get the details of yourself. And really, when you go into hermit mode, it's for self-preservation reasons. You need to heal. You need to heal the way you think. You need to heal the way you act. It feels like there's healing, deep healing and wisdom that's going on in the hermit energy here, Virgo energy. We've also got strength, which is the Leo energy. We have the Queen of Cups, which tells me you are feeling energetically depleted. You're feeling emotionally depleted. It feels like you're giving away too much of yourself. You're giving too much emotional energy to these thoughts that you don't even have to pay attention to if you don't want to. You can pick and choose whatever it is that you think about. I know it sounds weird, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Thank you for this memory, but I no longer need it again, because Eckhart Tolle also teaches whatever you resist will persist. If you continue to push away from it, push it away, it's just going to bounce back. Tell me about the Nine of Swords, please. Yeah, it's time for this badassery to happen here. That's what it looks like here. So the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands is confident. She knows what she's doing. I say she because there's a woman on the card, but please understand we're not reading body parts. We're reading feminine and masculine energies. When the Queen of Wands shows up by herself, she's the one who's taking charge. She doesn't need anyone else to take charge. I'm going out there and I'm getting what I want. And here's the proof. The Eight of Wands here, right, is the energy of putting action behind it. So the Queen of Wands is about to take action, and the thing is that the moon is here. So either some of you are doing shadow work, or you are checking with the self before you take a step out into victory here. The moon energy is Cancer Pisces energy, and I want to say that under the next full moon, I want to say is when you will feel this energy. I think that's the 6th of January. I could be wrong. If you know what it is, you can pin it. If I'm off on my dates, please pin it in the comments, and we will figure out what's going on here. And so everyone knows what's going on. But the moon energy here tells me what you don't see is you are about to take charge of your life. Look at that, the Ace of Pentacles. It's everything that's good. It's growth, it's abundance, it's the beginning of something that's going to change your life. And I think what's going to change your life is when you change your thought pattern. Tell me about the Temperance. It's healing. That's what it is. It takes practice. It's just like working out at the gym, getting your cardio up, right? Maybe when you started, you could only run for 2 minutes and now you can run for 15. It's also about deadlifts, about pulling weight, right? Maybe you could only do 2 pounds at the beginning and now you're deadlifting maybe 50 or 100. It's all about building the muscle, and the muscle is built while you are in healing here. The devil energy is here. Why is that? Okay. Because of some sort of toxic relationship that you thought was a soulmate relationship. And very well it could have been, but understand that not every soulmate you meet is going to be healed. We are all here doing our thing, trying to find our path, and not all of us are willing to do the hard work to heal. So I feel like that you are healing from some sort of a toxic situation that you were in with a soulmate that was unhealed. Someone who had addictions, someone who couldn't stop doing something obsessively, obsessive thought pattern, obsessive love. Maybe they were reaching out to other people while they were with you. Yeah. So the Hanged Man, you tried to see it from every possible situation. I feel like you are healing yourself right out of this worrisome energy of obsessively thinking about someone who did you wrong. It's time for you to start being very selective with the thoughts that come through your mind. Just because it comes to you, it doesn't mean that you have to pay attention to it. Because when you do, every time is you're going to create angst, you're going to create sadness, you're going to create depression, you're going to create, I'm not a doctor, I can't tell you you're depressed, but you're going to have those feelings of being disappointed, being hurt, that kind of thing. It can change to happiness, but I really do believe it's right here. You have to materialize it. You have to decide whether you're going to pay attention to these negative thoughts anymore or not. All right. All right. And let's look at you, Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my watery friends, my 2 fishes friends. I am 2 fishes in my moon sign. You are my watery friends. For sure, we're all psychic here, aren't we? Let's take a look. What's going on? For Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces and what's coming up in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Pisces. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. You will see a more link. If you click there, all the information you need to book a private reading is there, including all of the pricing. Here we go. Tell me about Pisces. What's coming up this week for Pisces, please? We have the 2 of Wands, a decision that is being made. Expansion in your life, Pisces, through decision making. For some of you, it could be a quick decision. We have the 8 of Pentacles. What else do we have for Pisces? We have the Hermit. You know what? I don't think it's a quick decision. I think that you have to make a decision about something here, about expansion. So it means making your life bigger than it is now. I'm not saying you're living life small. I'm saying that it's like my guide Charlie just showed me puzzle pieces. It's like there is a small picture in the middle, right? When we're doing a puzzle, and if we get the first 5 pieces or 6 pieces, we're like, oh, that is a cat and a dog. And then as we add pieces to the puzzle, it becomes clearer. It becomes a really big, clear picture. We can see better what is going on. So I want to say that you've been healing the self. We've got self-mastery here in the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit energy. That is Virgo energy, and it feels like there is a puzzle coming together here for you this week. And while you're in Hermit mode, it feels like you will come to this point of the 2 of Wands where you have to make some sort of a decision. But Pisces, what I'm going to say is please reserve judgment. Please do not make this impulsive decision to move forward before you decide to think about it first. That means if the text comes in, wait. If the call comes in, don't answer it. Let it go to voicemail. Like, it feels like you have to wait to make your decision about something here. We have the King of Wands. You have to wait until you're inspired. But what I can tell you is that there is something coming into you. The King of Wands has one wand in hand, and then we've got two wands, which is three. You're waiting on something here. It's almost like you've done all the work. You've now healed the self, or you're constantly working on the self. It's self-mastery that you're engaged in, and you're engaged in that in hermit mode. And so I don't think that you see this decision that this king is going to want you to make. I don't think you see it coming here. With the tower, the king's coming in with a tower, yo. Yeah, pulling you right out of hermit mode. And that's why I say that even though the tower is falling here, it's going to cause some sort of destruction. It's going to pull you out of your happy place, or the place where you're healing, or the place that is calm, the place where you're learning lessons and gaining wisdom. It's going to yank you right out of there, because the King of Wands is someone who's not going to take no for an answer, who is going to move forward regardless. This person is moving forward according to the passions of their heart, right? So this person is coming forward here to talk to you about something. Someone's been inspired to move forward. I want to say that this King of Wands has also been working on self-mastery. Someone who has been healing the self through putting the time and energy into themselves. We've got the Tower here that is Scorpio energy. The Hermit is Virgo. The King of Wands is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We have the Two of Swords. Oof. You know what? I feel like the King of Swords is, the King of Wands is somebody who has been holding back, who's been healing themselves, who I feel that they were not a king the last time you saw them. They might have been a knight or a page, someone who is having a hard time making a decision. I feel like this King of Wands is stepping forward with inspiration to bust through this Two of Swords. It feels like there is a block here, or maybe you've blocked them. So if you've blocked somebody, if you've blocked someone who's Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or someone who you know to never take the answer no, I feel like this person's going to run right through the block. The Tower's here to bust the block down. Now I want to say that it's a decision. It's a decision for you to receive the call, receive the information, receive whatever the Tower is. We've got the decision maker here, right? Tell me what is pulling Pisces out of their happy place here, out of the wisdom and healing and silence. Tell me about the Tower and the Hermit, please. It feels like you come to some sort of a realization while you're in hermit mode, and then when you come to the realization, boom, the King of Wands shows up. We have the Five of Pentacles. Look, y'all, that is reconnection. You are reconnecting with someone that you know to be this go-getter here. So it doesn't have to be someone who's a fire sign, but someone who acts that way, and someone who is never taking no for an answer, who always goes with the passions of their heart, someone who has decided that since they've healed that they need to move forward really quickly after a very long time of waiting, moving slow, wondering what to do next. I want to say that you are the Queen of Pentacles, that you are someone who has grown by yourself. Somebody wants to reconnect to the Queen of Pentacles, wants to reconnect to you, your stability, your ability to be able to take on anything and shoulder anything. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, but also Virgo and Taurus in this reading. It's all the earth signs, and the earth signs move slowly, but they can carry a lot. They carry a lot, and they're always successful because they go at things slow. Maybe not always. Maybe we learn to come into the success, but it feels like somebody here, the King of Wands, knows that you are in the Queen of Pentacles energy, and please be reminded that the Queen of Pentacles is the one who's emulating the Empress. So you are still in manifestation mode here. Somebody wants to reconnect to you after breaking your heart, after disappointment. Tell me more about this Tower. This is interesting energy here. More twos. Two of Pentacles this time. Nine of Cups is in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords is in the upright. Is this really happiness, Pisces? Is this really? Like you're questioning it here. Is this my wish fulfillment? We've got the Eight of Swords here. This is a really busy time in your life, and I don't think that you're really sharing that with anybody. Do I really want to take on the 9 cups? Like the 9 of cups is in the reverse because I feel like you've been spending time alone in hermit mode, not partying, not seeing people. There's no, no emotional happiness. Like it feels like you're happy within the self as you're healing in hermit mode, but it feels like here with the 8 of Swords, is this really what I want? Do I really want to allow this person in? Tell me why the King of Swords is bulldozing this 2 of Swords to bring in the Tower, please. What's the intent of the King of Wands? The Wheel of Fortune's here. The King of Wands can't ignore it. The King of Wands, it feels like, is stepping forward through inspiration, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Time to move on. The King of Wands is moving on from something. It's a change of inspiration, a change of mind. The two of Swords is here. It's a change of mind. Could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Somebody's changed their mind because they've been working on themselves and healing. It is the King that has been waiting on you, but a realization that you're nowhere to be found. So here they come. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. They want to, they're bringing with them the Ace of Pentacles, some sort of an investment they've been holding back on here. Tell me why this 2 of Swords is here. Sun. You are going to understand, realize that you waited for a long time for this, but here it is. It's finally here. The Sun is here. It's a breakthrough. It could be a Leo. It doesn't have to be. It could be a Virgo, but we have a breakthrough. It feels like you now understand why it took so long. The Judgment's here. You need to make a big decision. One that's going to change the trajectory of your life. And you've been blocking this, love, for a very long time here. We've got the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. You've already washed your hands of this. You've already dropped the burdens as it pertains to the 2 cups, and you've carried on your way, but now it's back in your face, and you have to make a decision. Queen of Cups, it's about love. Tell me what the Judgment is about, please, for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What's the big decision here? Because we've got indication with 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. There is decisions that need to be made here. We've got the 3 of Wands. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for clarity. You've been waiting for this. It's been coming for a very long time. And I think you blocked it out. You stopped thinking about the King because you didn't think it was ever going to transpire. But I feel it's because you're in hermit mode trying to heal the 3 of Swords. And when this person shows up, I don't know that you know that it's the real deal. We've got the 6 of Wands. I feel like you've been worrying about it, thinking about it, this decision that you have to make. We've got the 10 of Pentacles about a long-term relationship. So the King is coming back, or it could be a Scorpio or a Virgo, any of the signs, Leo. We've got Leo here twice. We've got Virgo, Pisces, but it feels like the 10 of Pentacles tells me that this is a long-term relationship that somebody is expecting you to move forward with here. 6 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. Someone is expecting that you're going to move from the chaos to the calm with them and into a long-term relationship. This is something you've been waiting for, Pisces, for a long time. You've been manifesting this. The Magician is here. You've been manifesting the King of Cups. So somebody is coming in with not only passion and desire and very good looking, and it feels like this King of Wands can no longer fight against the Wheel of Fortune. It's time for things to change. And the King of Cups is showing up. This person showing up is the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Very good looking, very desirable, desiring you like crazy with a depth of love that matches yours. And we have the Magician. You've been manifesting it. 5 of Swords, it tells me that there was an argument or a fight that brought things to an end, but things are about to even themselves out. It's karmic justice. We've got the Ace of Cups. Somebody's coming in because they are offering it all. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Pisces, for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you so much, my water crew. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys, and Happy New Year. I'm out. Bye-bye.